gosh. Okay, so Mira, this is Wookie.
This is Wookie.
Is Wookie nice?
Wookie's so sweet.
Wookie won't bite me, right?
No.
Hi, Wookie.
Wookie might chew on you.
Oh, no,
It's
chewing
not
is
biting.
fine. Hi, Wookie. What made you want to get Wookie?
My kids really, really, really wanted a French Bulldog. When your kids really, really want something, you kind of have to do it.
Yeah, and you have 4 kids. Gosh, how do you have time to do anything else in life?
I don't.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about Condor and your character.
She is very real. She's very emotional, and she has to hide the emotionalism when she's on the job, but she's feeling it, and it's a struggle for her because she's opposing her ex-lover, played by William Hurt, who was also her boss and her mentor. So every time she sees him now, it's like her heart is still pounding, and there's a part of her that still loves him, and there's another part of her that really kind of hates him.
Of course.
You know, it hasn't gone dry, cold, and dead. It's all alive inside of her, and then she's got to tamp it down to actually perform her duties.
I feel like right now is such an empowering time for women, and the Me Too movement, obviously it's not just our country, it's worldwide. And did you think the movement was going to be this massive?
It's pretty incredible, the acknowledgement of the suffering and the victimization of so many people, and it's not gender specific. There are so many people from all walks of life, all ages, all genders, non-binary people, like everyone is affected by sexual violence, sexual misconduct, sexual assault, sexual harassment. And so we need to find a solution that will help everyone.
That's why I'm so happy to see this, and you know, you speaking out through your experiences and what you dealt with Harvey Weinstein. Why do so many victims stay silent?
It's so personal. When you are assaulted or harassed or raped or molested as a child, it is such an ugly experience and such a private, painful one. It is not your first inclination to be like, I want to share this with everyone. Like, a natural response is to wish it never happened, to be so embarrassed by it, to feel so in pain about it that it's not easy to talk about. So when people judge the victims for not coming out immediately and being like, hey, I was just raped, you know, it's the ugliest thing that ever happens to a person to be raped, you know? I mean, like, so it's not easy, and it's personal, and people had better start thinking in a victim-centric way. You know, thinking about the needs of these people and how to heal them, and not judging them for the timeline of when they disclose, if they ever do. Some people will keep this to their grave.
When you try to move on with your life, how hard was that for you to put it behind you and not to, I guess, think about it or dwell on it? Because I can't imagine.
Perhaps because I was not raped. I got away without him raping me. I kind of just tried to put it in my rearview mirror. You know what I mean? Like after talking to people and nothing happening, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna put on my big girl boots and try and, you know, not realizing that, no, I deserve to be able to deal with this, but I didn't. But I can tell you that I was nervous every time I was in his presence. Anytime I would see him or even hear his name, I would get, you'd run into him at high-powered events, and you had to act like nothing had ever happened. I mean, the night before the Oscars, I found myself, I was in the hotel gym working out on a treadmill, and who should appear next to me but him?
Oh my gosh.
And he was working out, and I was like, okay. Huh. And then I just finished and left. You know, but like that kind of thing of like,
in your chest, it's like you're getting hot. It's very uncomfortable.
So I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so unique, because I am not. And you know, the fact that I wasn't allowed to have as big a career in Hollywood as I could have, well, you know what? I still had a career. I've been working. I am thinking more about the people that are living on like a razor-thin line of survival. And women, farm workers who are in the field, who are being sexually harassed by their foreman. And if they say no, literally they might starve. Their kids might starve.
Absolutely.
You know, people whose entire lives are derailed permanently by their decision or their wish not to have to be sexually involved with someone who is wielding dominance, power over them. You know, so that's what the real story is.
Right.
The real story is not my story. This is every person's story. It's an exciting moment, and the fact of the honesty of everyone, the courage of all these survivors that I'm so impressed with, that people around the world are saying, you know, this thing happened to me when I was a kid. My teacher, my stepfather, my minister, my rabbi, like, this happened to me, and now I'm going to admit it. It's like a time for healing.
It's been such a privilege to be here talking with you, and I love you. I love your courage. I love Wookie. I'm just so happy that you had some time to stop by. I know you're busy out here, but anytime you're out in New York, feel free to come and talk with us on the Stoop.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
So much, Mira.